Bagels, and these are bagels that have ruled this roost ever since they've come. You love these. These are Just Bagels. This is the plain that is anything but plain. That beautiful golden outside, that lovely, tender, chewy inside. The plain is always the one that sells out. This is a show-only price. 24 of these huge 4-ounce bagels coming home to you for $39.98. I'm going to take you through the offer. The gentleman who makes these, Cliff Nordquist, is here with us, and we'll talk to you about why they're so special. But I'm just going to share with you 24 bagels coming home to you. You can get all 24 in the plain. You can elect to have all 24 in the plain, or all 24 in the blueberry crumb. All 24. Stop. I'm going to back up and do that again. All 24 in the plain. You can get 12 in blueberry in the plain and 12 blueberry crumb, or 12 plain and 12 sesame, or you can get 12 and 12 of the sesame and blueberry crumb. That's what I wanted to let you know. So the plain is the only one that you can get solo. Everything else is a combo. I just wanted to be clear on that. Plain is the only one solo. That's the most limited. Everything else is a combo, just to be clear. Plain blueberry, plain sesame, or blueberry sesame.
Not that
and 134263 is your item number. You think that I'm like haven't done this for a while. I'm like new apparently. This is Cliff Nordquist.
Hello.
He brings us a brand that you have voted 5 times in a row. Best food item. Not bagel or biscuit or bread. Of all the food. Wow. Nice to see you, Cliff.
Great to see you.
Thanks for standing by while I walk through that.
No problem.
Share with us what it is that makes your bagels
different
from
you want to
everything
start
else.
with that?
Yep,
well, let's go right to the Bronx. And it starts with the New York water from the Catskill Mountains, which is the best water in the world for pizza, pasta, bread, mineral content, pH balance, just a great soft water. Ingredients, this is the hard part: malt, molasses, nothing artificial, no colors, flavors, preservatives, peanut-free, tree nut-free, kosher, non-GMO, no trans fats. Not easy to do that. That's the biggest step, which is the aging process, where we age that dough in that box for somewhere between 10 and 12 hours to create that crust and chew before boiling it, because a real bagel is boiled, and then we bake it at 500 degrees on a Hearth steel-plated oven, send it around the bakery for about 45 minutes to cool it down. It goes into a nice cool room, and then you know what? We 6-pack it, and that, you know this, Rachel, the day we bake it is the day we ship it. So today is Wednesday, right? What is today? I don't even know.
Today's Wednesday.
Every day's Monday in the bagel business.
Every day's Wednesday.
So we're shipping them out Monday. We're going to bake them fresh Monday and get them out. And what a collection this is. You know what? Blueberry crumb is back, right? This is the bagel that gives us the most accolades, the most calls. People love our blueberry bagel. And when you add a homemade topped crumb bagel that we make the crumb, I mean, you're just with the plain, right?
I'm on the plain with cream cheese, but let's go to the blueberry bagel.
Let's get in here. I just want you guys to see this. Get in here nice and tight.
It's also rare. You don't bring them all.
No, this is, you got to grab this today. So you think we play around? How about, are there blueberries in there? Look at this. This is a crumb bagel. I mean, we are not playing any games here. This is loaded with blueberries, blueberry flavor, a touch of vanilla, the malt, the molasses, the aging, and guess what? A hand-topped crumb. We make that crumb by hand in our big mixers, and what a mess the bakery is. What a mess after this.
And how tasty, because if you come on in, I'm going to pull one apart.
This is a snack.
Crumb
this is
it's a little bit of a dessert, because the blueberries are so extraordinary.
Sweet, very
and they are all throughout that bagel. They don't just all sink to the bottom or sink to one side. They're all over it. And that crumb really is like a crumb cake that you're getting on the top.
That's exactly what it is.
That yummy crumb. So that's the blueberry crumb. The plain, by the way, is flying out of here. We haven't even gotten to it yet. All 24 of these coming home to you. $1.66 a bagel.
Yeah, where are you going to get that?
From the Bronx.
And a crumb one, too.
And a crumb one. And it isn't like a New York style bagel. It is a New York bagel.
It is. That's the
Tell
difference.
us about sesame.
You know what? That is a New York quintessential classic, right? The plain, the sesame. This is just a very simple bagel with a nice nutty flavor with those toasted sesame seeds on there. There's the pull. You can do anything with this. Why would you put a hamburger on a bun that lasts 2 months in a supermarket when you can put it on this and take it, elevate that sandwich to an amazing level?
If you like those big Dagwood sandwiches, like a ham and cheese, any one of, like, it just stands up, and it's so delicious.
Not just for lunch or breakfast, it's everything.
It's every day for every breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then here we call them the plain. I like to call them the classic. Tell us about this outside and inside versus what makes this New York bagel a New York bagel.
Besides the water, because you really need the water, okay? But you know, some people can fake it and get away with
Sure.
it. You need the ingredients. So we're so much different than most bagels. Even little, well, not little, but even guys that have their own bagel store, they don't use the ingredients that we do because it is so hard. It really is harder to work with natural ingredients. These bagels are wild. They're anything but consistent. Actually, every bagel is different. They all have different characteristics because it's a real bagel. It's not a cookie cutter. And it's the shelf life, it doesn't have a 30-day shelf life.
Nope.
I have to get it to you guys within 2 days. You have to put it in the freezer. Please do not leave it out on the counter. I keep getting some of these emails. I left it out on the counter and it molded in 3 days.
Because
there's nothing in there.
Why can't they leave it out on the counter?
Because there's no mold inhibitors, there's no preservatives, there's no chemicals.
Right.
This is clean.
This is clean. There are no preservatives to keep it, you know, the way it is by some chemical ingredient. The plain going really, really quickly. $39.98, not $49. $13.33 to try. All plain, that's the only one that you can actually get that's only one flavor. Fewer than 300 to go around. Everyone else is going to be a combo. So 12 of the plain, 12 of that blueberry crumb that's like a dessert, also really popular. Or 12 of the plain and 12 of the sesame. You're the sandwich folks I know. We had Mama Mancini's earlier.
Oh, perfect.
You can put some meatballs in between that sesame bagel, and that's a feast.
Would you put a meatball on a sesame hero?
Correct. Then
that's
you do
better.
it.
This is a tastier dough than bread.
And then here is your combo that is the 12 of the blueberry and 12 of the sesame. So you get a savory and then you also get a sweet.
Oh, you
My
get a
recommendation would be get the all plain offer and then get the combo that is the savory sweet, because then you've got a bagel for any occasion. We're going to come on over here. It's M134263. Look at the ideas
yes, let's
here.
go
So
into
you want to
some of
walk
these.
us into this through
Sure.
this? So here's our classic.
Well, I mean, does anything wrong with a bacon, egg, and cheese?
That's how we started it.
I mean, how about a board? You know, one of these boards. How perfect is that?
The bagels and lox, and you made
Why
it
put
almost
crackers
some little
out?
chips.
Why put
Don't
crackers? Make the bagel chips.
You've got the capers, you've got the lox, and then down here we made like the fancy pants.
Oh yeah, no, that is fancy pants.
Strawberry, which is lovely. This is like a taste of vacation with macadamia nuts on it,
coconut,
and some
kiwi,
coconut.
everything works.
And then this one is almost like an acai
blueberry
bowl.
times 10.
Yeah, and then what did we do here,
this,
Cliff?
you know, this is the money shot right here.
Okay, they're
because
coming now.
If you guys like French toast, and I know a lot of people do, why would you get bread from a supermarket when you can get, I mean, you can use any of our bagels for this, but the blueberry crumb with the French toast is just outrageous. You know, I've been getting so many emails and calls, when are we bringing back the blueberry crumb? Well, you know what?
It's
Not
back.
only is today the day, that's a pretty good price.
It's back. We've got 600 people on the phone right now placing their orders. And already, how many of these have been spoken for? I'm sorry, Megan? 800 have already been purchased. This show-only price, if you're just joining us, here's how a show-only price works. Usually this is a higher price. For one little finite little window, we put it on a special price. That's what it is right now. But this price goes up and the easy pay goes away at the end of this show, which is at 7 p.m. And even if we bring these back between now and 3 months from now, they will never, ever, ever, ever in that time frame be a better price than they are right now.
Oh, that's for sure.
So this is a great try-me of what you have voted, because Bertie and I always do the QVC Customer Choice Awards 5 times as QVC's best food item.
Amazing.
Not of bread or rolls or breakfast food,
just
of everything.
Of all the food.
Of the steaks, of the cakes, of the loaves, of the everything. You've been like, the bagels are our favorite. We love the bagels.
You want me to tell you
They're
why?
4 ounces each.
Let me
Let's
tell
talk
you
about why, Cliff.
Because you could get a bagel everywhere.
You can get a bagel everywhere.
Every corner, every deli, every supermarket.
Yep.
But you really can't get a good one. Not even every bagel store in New York is a good bagel, okay? But when you taste something that's a little bit lighter, and the crust on the outside and the chew on the inside, the malt and the molasses, this is unlike any other bagel you've ever tasted.
And it doesn't sit like a brick in your stomach.
No.
You'll eat 4 ounces and go, I don't feel heavy behind that. Sometimes you get that from other bagels. We have a little piece of video showing what the 5 steps are that make your bagels different. I'd love for you to introduce that to us.
Sure. It always starts with that water from the New York Catskills. It's the best water in the world, pizza, pasta, bread. And then the ingredients, again, malt, molasses, nothing artificial, no colors, flavors, preservatives, peanut-free, tree nut-free, kosher, non-GMO, no trans fats, just the best ingredients, really. The big step is that one, the aging process. The big guys can't do it.
They
It's
don't
too
do it.
expensive.
It's too expensive.
It's too expensive and time-consuming.
That
Look,
means
you
a
got to
different
leave it in there
taste.
for 12 hours. That's everything. And boiling it, a lot of times they don't boil it. They give it a little bath or spray it with water, because that's really submerged in water. And then we bake it at 500 degrees. in 9 minutes, so that retains the water, so we give it that extra time to stay fresh for an extra day. You guys get it within 2 days, you freeze it, follow the baking instructions, and you're gonna have something.
Share with us what the boiling and the bath do for us.
The boiling
and leads to a flavor that other people won't do.
The best thing is it gives you a nice shine. It gives you a really nice
skin.
shine.
Okay.
Skin on the bagel.
It gives you the skin and it gives you that pull on the inside. If you don't boil a bagel, it's just bread with a hole in it.
That's true. And you know, I'll say this,
Yeah.
right? I grew up in New York City.
Yeah.
Cliff, you know
Oh,
this. We
I
were
know.
talking about this last
I know.
night. Like, I literally grew up having a bagel every single
day.
day. When I was a kid, my teething ring was a bagel.
Yeah.
Right? This is the best bagel and the most authentic New York City experience. I send these to my mom and dad
Best
because they
gift.
always complain that they can't get a good bagel outside
Nobody
of
can.
Manhattan.
When people move out of New York,
this.
they always say, I miss the bagels, I miss the pizza. Guess what? We'll
Here are
send
the
it to you.
bagels.
I know, it's true,
We'll
right?
send
Look
it
at
to
the
you.
pull.
to you.
Do you see the pull? That pull is what makes a bagel different. And today we're giving you the opportunity to get our customers' favorite food item 5 times in a row out of all the food, out of everything that we present here at QVC.
All of it.
Steaks, burgers, wine, cakes, anything that you can imagine that we present here at QVC in the world of food, this is voted favorite food 5 years in a row. If you're not trying it today, you really are making a mistake.
And the blueberry
Yeah,
crumb is
and-
rare.
Oh, that's our favorite.
It's
That's our
rare.
favorite.
Yeah, and the blueberry crumb is here, but let me give you an update on what's happening. So in all of the plain, we have last call. Only about 100 remain. Okay, then you have plain and blueberry crumb. About 200 to go around. In plain and sesame. About 200 there as well. And then there's the blueberry sesame.
That's a nice one.
Very, very popular and very, very limited. 3 easy payments of $13.33. There is no auto delivery on this. When you get these home, by the way, your bagels are not cooked yet. When you get these home, they must go in the freezer because there is no preservatives. There are no preservatives just to keep them fresh for you. So put them in your cart, check out. Do not miss out on this option.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cliff.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. And 134-263. Coming soon, you know